Hi, I'm Dave Karger. Thanks for staying up with me tonight as we continue the first night in our Star of the Month tribute to the one and only Bugs Bunny. Up next, Bugs goes up against one of his most ferocious foes, a bad-tempered beast named Gruesome Gorilla, in a trio of Looney Tunes shorts produced by Warner Brothers in the 1940s and 50s. Gruesome Gorilla made his debut in the first film you're about to see, Gorilla My Dreams, released in 1948. The cartoon spoofs the jungle movies that were popular at the time and begins with Bugs Bunny shipwrecked and washed ashore in the land of the gorillas. He's quickly adopted by Mrs. Gorilla, who desperately wants a child, but her husband, Gruesome Gorilla, doesn't share her interest in kids. The second short, which was released 2 years later in 1950, is Hurdy-Gurdy, Hare, and Gruesome Gorilla returns and eventually becomes Bugs Bunny's sidekick when he goes into business as an organ grinder. The character then went on to make his third and final appearance in Apes of Wrath, which rehashes many of the same elements from Gorilla My Dreams, except this time in 1959, the gorilla is named Elvis. Between 1940 and 1964, Bugs Bunny starred in more than 160 cartoon shorts and became one of the most popular animated characters ever created. In 1985, he became only the second cartoon character, after Mickey Mouse, to get his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Along the way, many directors, writers, and animators contributed to the evolution of Bugs Bunny, which only made the character more versatile and helped him appeal to a wider audience. The first two shorts you're about to see were directed by Robert McKimson, and the third was from director Friz Freleng. All three, of course, benefited from the talents of voice actor Mel Blanc. Here they are: Gorilla My Dreams, Hurdy-Gurdy Hare, and Apes of Wrath. The voice of Gruesome Gorilla was provided by the same man who voiced Bugs Bunny for more than 50 years, Mel Blanc. Blanc started out as a voice actor in radio in the 1930s and created characters and sound effects for programs hosted by some of the most popular comics of the era, including Jack Benny, Abbott and Costello, and Burns and Allen. He joined Leon Schlesinger Productions, which operated out of the Warner Brothers animation department in 1936, and went on to create the signature voices for many of the studio's most iconic cartoon characters: Daffy Duck, Tweety Bird, Sylvester the Cat, Yosemite Sam, Roadrunner, Speedy Gonzales, Foghorn Leghorn, and Pepe Le Pew, to name just a few of them. Of course, his most popular creation was the voice for Bugs Bunny, which he solidified in the 1940 film A Wild Hare. As I mentioned earlier tonight, Blanc combined accents from Brooklyn and the Bronx to come up with Bugs's way of speaking. At first, he tried to incorporate Bugs's bucktooth overbite, but nobody could understand what he was saying. Up next, another fearsome gorilla wreaks havoc on New York City in a classic film from 1933 starring Fay Wray.
Next on TCM, King Kong, then Mighty Joe Young, and later, Bombardier. TCM's on Target tonight.